Hello, my guitar making friends. This is Dave Schramm of SchrammGuitars.com, and today we're starting a new series, and I'm going to do the half herringbone rings. Actually, we're going to do all the rings for a rosette using the tiles we made in some of the previous videos. All right, so this is a new series. I'm going to have a spruce top. I'm going to join it, make the top, thickness it, inlay the rosette, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do all of that. So today we're going to start with the pattern that I'm going to do for the half herringbone ring in my rosettes. Stay tuned. Here we have the veneers that I'm going to be using. I've got a bunch of black because I'm going to be doing 3 layers of black, 1 white, 3 black, and then 1 green, and then that's just going to keep rotating. So here's my veneers, and this is the miniature table saw that I'm going to be using by Preac. Unfortunately, Preac is no longer in business, but you can just use a straight edge and a razor blade. That works too. So I'm going to cut these in about 1¼ inch strips, and you'll see that in a minute. All right, so I have all my veneers cut to length here, or width. It's about maybe 1 1/8 inches, I think, 1¼ inch. Doesn't really matter, use whatever you want. Have a couple clamping calls here, and I use packing tape on there so that stuff doesn't stick to them. Okay, so I have 2 of them. I've got my clamps ready to go. There's the tape I used. And I used this Titebond original formula. Now you'll see I already got the first veneer taped on there. So I'm going to be doing that with each one so that they don't slip when I apply the glue. And I'll show you how I apply the glue. Now I'm not going to do all of these veneers, okay? So I've got 4 black, 1 green, 4 black, and 1 white. And I have two sets of this. This is another set right here. This is the one I'm gluing up right now. Now what I'm going to do, I'm only going to do 5 of them at a time. The 4 blacks and the 1 green, I'm going to clamp that up because it's going to give more consistent results at the end. So I'll have the 3 black and 1 green, and then, 4 black, 1 green, and then 4 black and 1 white in 2 different glue ups, and then I'll glue both of those together. You'll see as the process goes along. Okay, next I'm going to show you, you're going to see me glue these and clamp them all up. Right, here we go. Got my green veneer already taped down. I have my extra tape around here that I'm going to be using. Going to move kind of quick here. Have my little roller here. Let's go. Make sure that's applied all over the veneer. Now because it's water-based, and this is a wood veneer, it's going to start to want to curl on us. So get the next veneer on there. This one's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. Going to tape it up so it's not going to slide on me. There we go. Here. Okay, good. Glue this one. Next veneer. Again, I'm going to tape the ends. tape it about 1/4 of an inch from the end of the veneer so I get as much out of it as I can. Now I'm only doing 5 veneers. Imagine if I was doing all 10 of them. That would be tough. So I'm moving kind of quick here. Okay. Tape up the end. That's going to get cut off anyway, so you don't worry about this tape. Okay. Got one more left. 1, 2, 3, yep. I haven't tried this with the watered down glue like what we did in the Rosette tiles. Might have to try that sometime. Probably work just fine. Okay, this is my last one. Making sure that's all lined up. Debris on the top of it. There we go. So now I'm going to put this one on top here. Doesn't matter that it's a different width. Okay. Give some spring clamps here. So I've got the spring clamps going. So the spring clamps are going to help me when I clamp everything else on here. So I've got this one I'm going to put on the end. And then about like every 4 inches or so. Well, actually I'm going to go about every 8 inches. And then I'll flip the clamps the other way on there. There we go. A good tip is to set your clamps before, but doesn't matter. Got time. Alrighty. So I'm not like clamping these down super tight, just so it's firm, and I'm going to make sure that everything is clamped evenly here. I'm going to go ahead and start the clamping on this end here. Go. You can take the spring clamp off. And we'll get this one on there. So that looks pretty good. Looks pretty even as I look at it this way. You don't want to really crank on one of them in the middle because then it'll have a low spot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over this way. And I'm going to clamp here. And again, I'm not over clamping any of these. This is very similar to a method that I learned from Greg Byers. Oh gosh, must have been about 23 years ago. At the American School of Luthier, I believe, when Charles Fox had his place up in the Healdsburg area. So this was part of similar to what Greg taught us in his little workshop there. There we go. We'll let this dry and then we'll do the next one. Okay, I'm now going to glue up the white and the 3 blacks here. Same procedure as before. I've got the tape on both ends here for my first veneer and my preparatory tape on the edge. And got my roller ready to go. And we are off. Okay. It gets kind of crazy when these veneers start to roll up on you. This black one's a little bit shorter. That's all right. It's not a problem. Taping that down. Pushing it up here so everything nice and flat. I don't know if you can see that. I'm taping this other edge here. Getting that taped up. Veneers want to expand because of the water-based glue. So you gotta work kind of fast. I've heard some people put like water on the other side of the veneer to help compensate, but I've never had that big of an issue with it. You can see this goes pretty quick. Two more. I learned my lesson from the last one. I got these clamps already sized and ready to go. I guess we'll see how good of a job I did when I start clamping this. This is one of my favorite parts, is doing these rosette parts. You know, you can buy your stuff already pre-made. It's a lot of fun making your own, you know. I do both. If the client wants a pre-made one, no big deal, I'll do that. I get a lot of satisfaction out of making it all myself. So I offer my clients the choice of either one. Or sometimes they'll send me a rosette they like. And if I don't like it, I don't want my name on the guitar, I'll let them know. That's happened. I said, nope, I'm not putting my label on one of those guitar with that rosette in it. Okay, this is our last one. That taped up. Tape up this side here. There we go. Now Now this goes on this other one. And I use the spring clamps to help get everything aligned up here. Use these big clamps. Use whatever clamps you have. I ran out. I only got 2 of these bigger ones left right now. I'm just going to put them on the ends. Now you might be hearing some cars. That's because I work out of the front of my garage and I love the natural light. That's why I'm outside here. I love the natural light. Been working that way for almost 30 years, building guitars that way. Humidity's fine. I don't have any issues. Oh, I got an extra big clamp. Let's put that right in the middle here. I love being outdoors, so fortunately where I live, we got good weather pretty much all year round. Again, just like the other one, I'm making sure that I'm not adding too much clamping pressure. I'm looking at the edge here to make sure everything looks like it's the same thickness. This is turning out really nice. All part of the process. And there might be quicker ways of doing all this, but this is what works for me. You got to find what works for you as well. And the fun thing about Luthier is you'll always come up with some new construction ideas on every guitar. There's always a new idea or a better way that I come up with. Even though, you know, I've built over 400 guitars and it doesn't get old. There's always something new that I figure out I can do better or faster, or wonder, why did I do it this way for so many years? There's a better way. Let's look and see. Yep, that looks good. All right, there we go. That's all clamped up. So this is what I've done. I've did. Where's that green one? There it is. So green and 4 blacks, and then this one is the. I think, yeah. Is this the one? Yeah, is the white and 4 blacks. And then what's going to happen is I'll take these off their glue ups, and then we'll glue the green to the black one here, and we'll create this giant log. The reason I didn't do it all at once is the more veneers you have, the greater the chance of alignment errors. So about 5 veneers is the most that I do. And then you'll see in the future videos why we're doing all the things this way. It's all for accuracy. Okay, so I've gone ahead and done several more glue ups here. So you can see it's quite thick. So now what I'm going to get ready to do is I'm going to cut this off where the tapes were. I've already marked it. I'm going to cut it there and right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plane this so that we're going to have a nice edge right here. Okay, so to cut it, just going to put this on my block here. There we go. There's one. And here is the other edge. There we go.